So one day come on and say something. See, it's already 7 o'clock. This day, something's weird with time. That's all there's to it. Something's weird with time. And but anyways, it's 7 o'clock and Stella's having a horrible day. So I've been just stressing the fuck out, just stressing the fuck out. Just like I said yesterday, I just start being like, I got super just tired as shit. I was we were outside laying. Well, I went outside to sit with her because she wants to be outside, and then the sun kept getting covered by their fake ass clouds that they're putting up there. And so it wasn't really warm or whatever. And there's so much noise outside, so much construction, so much yelling and pounding. Now we have people just putting off, I don't know, firecrackers that just sound like big bombs going off. It's just, I don't know, it's very tense. And I got a message a few minutes ago from the person who wanted me to do the food alliance, asked me if I wanted to come over and have a beer. I was like, no thanks, I'm busy. So, and I don't. There's more things too. I mean, one of the bouts, a couple of bouts ago, because there was a couple, and she was having a hard time, and this person told me I should just put her down. I was just like, you are very heartless, talking about my full-time companion, and just like, well, if you should just put her down. That's not right to do that, to keep her in pain. But the pain bouts last for like a few weeks. It's not like, and then she'll get comfortable again. So anyways, but my big thing is like, so I was, I went, this morning she wanted to do a little walkabout. So we're walking around the yard, and all of a sudden I saw, oh my God, I have a huge amount of those, wild prickly lettuce or whatever it's called, a huge bit. I found a big giant thing, tons of it. So I pulled it all. So all morning I was making that more concoction, which the only thing that is worrisome, like when you get pharmaceuticals, it'll say take this many or that many, which they don't give a shit. They lie about it anyways. But to just be giving somebody something and not know, like, am I giving you enough? Am I not giving you enough? It's hard to, because I'm just not familiar with this stuff yet. So I gotta just keep doing more research. But even when people are talking about it, it's for them and their kids. So, and dogs metabolize stuff faster. I don't know. So anyways, I was just, she kept crying, and I was like, fuck this. I won't pay my house payment this month. I'm getting an appointment at a med bed. This is bullshit. I'm not fucking doing this anymore. So I messaged the med bed person, the one in Newport Beach. And I said, can I bring my dog? And she said, no, if I let you bring your dog, everybody would want to bring their dog. So I can't start doing that. And then I was just like, okay. So I was like, oh, well, that's fucked. So then still haven't heard from the other lady either with my crystals. And then, so then she texted and she said, but I do have an overnight that you would have the whole 12 hours. So you go at 8 p.m. and then you leave by 8 a.m. There's a bed in there and everything. Well, it's a futon. And she said that I could bring Stella in and I could stay overnight and I'd be by myself, and it's $525. I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like, I don't give a shit. I will make this happen. And so then I got the appointment for the 23rd. And I was looking, at the thing, and there's a whole back route I can do. I don't have to go on any of the interstates. And it adds some miles, but when you look at the thing to drive through California, like I'd be on all those interstates, and it would be traffic, and it's fucked. It's like, it would probably end up taking me 10 hours longer than it says, and it's so stressful. And the highway thing, I was like, hell no, I am not doing that. And so I'm going to just do the extra mileage and drive the back route. So I was just looking at it on the map. Looks like it could be kind of treacherous. It's going through some mountains and shit, but you know, whatever. No, I'm hoping, and this is what I wanted to talk about too, was because I keep seeing the Australia has said that the SCOTUS has already said that it's already been announced in other countries that they are recalling our election as of the 4th, that the election's being called, reversed, or whatever they're going to do. So I was like, I don't know, maybe other people have already heard that. Like I said, there's lots of stuff that I'll be thinking, oh, I got to talk about that. I got to talk about that. And then I forget. It's just so much stuff. And so the 4th, and so then the collider is supposed to come on the 5th, but you got to keep in mind, and I'm not the only person saying that. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, no matter what, just keep focused on your best timeline. Don't go. And another thing too, as I saw someone talking about, don't drink alcohol because it will lower your vibration, and there's speculation it could take you into a darker timeline. So keep focusing on your timeline. Don't let fear interfere with how you see what you want for yourself. Don't think anything about that stuff. Just keep focusing on what you want for your life, whatever that is. Doesn't have to make sense, because we're going into this magic time. We're creating this new life for ourselves. This whole illusion that we can't do that has all been this mental trap. So just get focused on your best timeline, what you want for your life, what you want for however you want to, however expansive you want to stay focused, and just keep focusing on it. And so everything could really change over the next few days. I mean, I didn't hear much of anything today, like banks closing or anything like that. You know, but who knows what the hell is going on. I still just keep seeing people just are having, you know, a lot of personal stuff, like lots of personal stuff. And so, you know, there's going to be a lot going on, I think, with if they really do. Like, I don't know for sure if this is just gossip and rumor. And then the one person I had just heard talking about it said when you add up the date, it adds up to that number we're not allowed to talk about. So, you know, I feel super hopeful. That's all I know is, and if it does overturn it, that doesn't mean we're going to go into just like everything is going to be all hunky-dory, because we see how many people are in the streets who are freaking out, who hate the guy. And so maybe, you know, I was thinking about this morning. I was thinking, I wonder if some of this is giving them like a barometer to be able to see like how many people are going to be fighting this. And but you know, this, I've seen people talking about this is like the divine masculine needing to understand he needs to come in and support the divine feminine, and the divine feminine needs to start. The ones that are out there freaking out really need to understand what it means to be a divine feminine. It's about creation. It's about you have the ability to create. Like, you are a god. And this world has just brought such a selfish, self-centered energy out in so many people. So anyways, you know, all of this different stuff has purpose, and people going through it all feel the impact of whatever it is that is they're supposed to feel. So I was just singing, did I already say that about the don't drinking? I said, I'm really tired. When I was sitting out there and they were blowing that stuff, and then when I came in, I did that same thing where I just got just like exhausted, like, oh my God, I can't stay awake. And I laid down on the couch because she was laying down snoring, but she can't sleep for more than like 20 minutes at a time because she gets too uncomfortable. So You know, I didn't get to go to sleep or anything, but I just feel really out of it. But I would definitely recommend don't drink, don't do drugs, don't do anything that's going to mess with your vibration or your frequency while they're messing with this stuff, because you don't want to. I even told my daughter, tell all your friends, don't go out drinking this weekend. Don't. And she's like, everybody's going to go drink. It's July 4th. I was like, isn't it funny too? Like, all these people are hating the government, hating freedom, hating everything, hating all this stuff. But as soon as there's a day to celebrate, they're just like, I don't care. It's just the hypocrisy. It's like, what are you celebrating? Just a day to party? So I said, well, I would tell everybody don't be drinking, because if it lowers your frequency and they turn that thing on and puts you into some dark timeline, that's what somebody said. And I don't know. I mean, it makes sense to me. If you got yourself in that energy and they do that, you know, I think it is really important to stay focused on the timeline you want. Don't get in fear. Don't live it. Don't be in fear. And I think, don't be, you know, not mentally all there, and to be sharp and to stay in focus or meditation or prayer or however you look at it. You know, stay focused on the positive energy that you want to come back to you. It's all going to do that big switch. I mean, everything will come to us. You know, the Jubilee will happen, freedom will happen, we will move into that, but it's good. It's going to be a bumpy road. And I still don't know, like, even when, if they do overturn it on Monday, you know, and it starts more fighting, it's like what those two, Allison Coe and that Psychic LG, those were the two that I kept hearing saying that. Like, I kept hearing that Psychic LJ lady say that in 2020, that there was going to be she kept seeing it in this horrible stuff that was going to be happening in the streets, and she thought it was going to happen much earlier. And then Allison, you know, she does all of those past life regressions and the QHHTs, and so many people were saying about this time. But, you know, it's hard to translate stuff, even when the people are looking at it and stuff. Just like I said, when the ones that are watching us are looking, they're seeing everything like from a different perspective. You know, they're way up outside of where we are. Not like up in the air, but outside of our cineplex. You know, it's like their energy is looking in at it, but since it's dimensional, it doesn't have to be out, but it's not the same perspective as we have when we're in the game playing. So when they see something, they can say, you know, this is about to happen, but it looks much different. Just like I said, when you look at the dot on a map and it looks, you know, and you move it and then you see how it grows. So it can look a lot closer than, you know, it feels to us. Like, it can look like, hey, this is about to happen. This is about to go down. And to us, it'll be like, man, this has been weeks. It's been months. It's been damn years. Like, we've been waiting for this shit. So, anyways, once it starts, it doesn't mean it's just going to go all of a sudden like fairy dust. I mean, but it could. It could very well, you know. I mean, there's a lot going on. And there's a lot of big changes happening. And everything from this old world has to end. So, and it's, you know, going out with a bang. So anyways, again, just stay safe. I'm really excited about getting the appointment. And I've just got to not get stressed out. I got to get through the next couple of weeks of her crying. But I also have to, and I'm just going to buy some more crystals and take them with me to this one and charge them. You know, I mean, this is just, I just think it's rude, really. I just think it's rude. Like, I wouldn't do that. And if somebody sent me stuff, I mean, it's their money. It's my stuff. It's my money. And for her just to be so nonchalant, like, oh, you know, I just think it's rude. Why would you offer if you really couldn't do it? Well, I mean, I don't know. Everybody has their own thing. I'm sure I hurt the one lady's feelings that I didn't want to come over and hang out, but I don't want to drink, for one thing. And I don't want to hang out and talk about food alliances and creepy ass shit. And there was more weird stuff that I haven't even talked about. Just weird stuff. It's just like, when you're not in alignment, it just is like, you can't pretend to be in alignment with somebody. You know what I mean? And once it's made clear to you, it's the same thing as waking up. Once you realize you're not in alignment with somebody, it's like, it's no returning from that to me. It's like, we don't really have anything in common. We got nothing to talk about here. So, especially because I don't like to talk about shallow shit, and I don't want to talk about Jesus is coming to save me. That's not what I believe. So, anyways, we'll just see how it goes over the next few days. I'll definitely come. I'll be back, I'm sure, in the morning to talk. But I was laying there, I was thinking about the stuff. I'll talk about that tomorrow and about the Mendez. And I was like, why wouldn't I just do it right now? I'm sitting here, instead of sitting here stressing about going to bed and what's going to happen tonight, just go ahead and talk about the stuff now and get my mind off of it. So, anyways, just, stay really focused on you. Don't get distracted with the bullshit, and stay focused on everything positive. And, there could be a lot of things that'll come in that'll just really be pulling at you. And, just, really be careful. And I just saw, there was this young girl who had just, on one of my TikToks, had come in, and she said a bunch of messages, and, she was stressed, and, that she's young, and she does just all this stuff. I told her to go into she's so confused. There's so many people that are just so confused. I said to go on the YouTube. I was even thinking Christina maybe would want to be a mentor. She's like around your age. So it was like, I mean, I really feel for some of these people that are just really lost, and it's gonna make me start crying. It's just heartbreaking, So many people just lost, have no idea what's happening, or that things are going to get good, and that the whole reason things are bad right now is so that it can end, so you can work through it. Told you I've been super emotional. It's just weird, because it'll just be like, just start crying. And I wasn't even feeling, I mean, I don't feel like sad or anything. It's just like I hear something in it, like my emotions are really like, whoa, I feel them. I feel people's pain. Like, maybe it's just, no, I know it. It's got to be the energy, because I'm hearing way too many people talk about it. I was going to say, maybe it's just because of lack of sleep and just stressed out Costello. But no, I think it's just the energy on the planet. And I think, a lot of people are just really feeling overwhelmed. And, you pick up on all this emotions and all this stuff. Like, people are really going through really, really hard times. Like, I sit here and get all caught up in my stuff, just having, somebody I love in my house who's sick and crying at me all the time. And then to sit here and think, like, how can I keep this, like, I feel cruel to, like, keep making her stay alive for me. Because in nature and the natural world, she would just not get to eat, and she would starve to death, and she would die. But I'll go and take her bowl over while she's laying down and feed her and stuff, And so, I don't know. There's just a lot of that ethical stuff, where you got to be processing, like, who am I doing this for? What am I doing this for? How is this affecting her? How is this affecting me? Is this, is this morally okay? Because I just don't feel like I can be making a decision over murder. But then it's hard to watch somebody be in so much pain and suffering. So, I know I can't pull that switch until I go try these med beds. And, I feel hopeful, and I'm super, super excited. It's going to be a 12-hour stint. I was like, oh my God, this is better than I could have even imagined. Because when I messaged her, I was like, well, I'm trying to figure this out. So how many days do I have to be there? How long is a session? Like, how many sessions would I need? And, um, you know, so I feel like I totally scored because the room where you go in, it seems it's got a whole bunch of chairs and you go sit with a whole bunch of people and y'all just sit in there. And it's, I think you can get like 4 hours. And this is one of those ones that's got 24. So they cost more than the one. The ones that only have 4 or 8 are like $60 an hour or something. But they aren't as strong as this. This is one of the higher ones or whatever. So in that drive, and I'm going to just sleep in the car. But, you know, I mean, I was thinking also, though, if everything crashes this week, will give me money for a hotel. So I will, you know, have money for a hotel and I won't have to worry about making my house payment. It won't be any problem to get to the thing. I'll just be quite a drive, but I just got to get it in my mind. It's going to be fine. It's on the back roads. It'll be enjoyable. I just got to get her some strong drugs, knock her out, and, you know, just get a blanket and crawl in the back with her and go to sleep, then get up in the morning and drive, and then it'll be nice because the place, I'll have a place to sleep that night and sleep and then get all healed up, hopefully. It might, you know, just improve my eyes so much. Maybe I'll be like, hell yeah, I'll take the 5 back. I don't think so. No way. I'm not taking the fucking 5. I'm not taking it. No, hell no. California traffic sucks so bad. Oh my God. And I just talked to somebody who was just there too, and they were just like, oh my God, the traffic. So it's not any better. So fuck that. I will go the back way and, you know, just make it an enjoyable trip. Just make it an adventure. So I feel excited about that. I feel excited about if they really are going to overturn the election. I'd be like, God damn, finally something. We need something to happen. And then I'm just going to keep focusing. Like, I know what my guides have been telling me was supposed to be for my timeline, what timeline I'm here for, what I'm on. So I'm just going to keep putting that energy out that they've guided me to focus on. So anyways, hopefully everybody's having a good night, and hopefully everybody's going to have a good weekend, and hopefully, you know, nobody's parties are getting spoiled or anything. But I do think it's probably smart. Stay home and stay sober. So, and stay safe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.